nuances to help you generate effortless power on your tennis serve. Let's go. As I bring the racket up with your wrist. Okay, you can see that when I throw, the first part is to improve your swing path and to learn how to feel the throwing technique. Once you have improved your swing path and learned the feel of throwing technique, your serve will be much more relaxed because your contact point will be much better. To improve the swing path, this can be done with the 3 fingers exercise. First, you're going to hold the racket with just your first 3 fingers, mainly your thumb, index finger and the middle finger. Then you go hold the bottom of the handle of the racket. Okay, so something like this. Next, swing the racket this way, like a pendulum. Just loosen the wrist, swing the racket, okay, and feel the momentum. Now increase the range of the swing, so I can go back and forth with a wider range. And as I go further back, notice that my elbow is coming up gradually. Okay, once you increase the range of the swing and your elbow is coming up, next I want you to gradually bring the racket up this way. Okay, as I bring the racket up, now the next stage is, once I'm here, I want to bring the racket up higher, going above my head. After this range, you're going to bring the racket up and let it drop behind you. Okay, one more time. Up and drop. As you feel the drop, it should feel relaxed. You're not gripping the racket tight, it should be relaxed. Okay, so from here, drop the racket. Next part, after you drop the racket, okay, once you feel the racket drop, I want you to feel that you are immediately throwing the racket up. So it looks something like this. Okay, so swing like a pendulum. Okay, increase range of the swing. Bring the racket up and drop, throw. Okay, one more time. Drop, throw. There's a subtle nuances here. Okay, so when you throw, okay, I want you to feel that the racket is going to the side you're at. That means to say, if I'm left-hander, okay, the racket is going towards the left. Okay, should be going towards the left. If you are right-hander, then the racket is going up this way. So I'll show you the whole thing again. From here, swing, increase the range, racket goes up, drop, and through. Once you are familiar with the 3 finger exercise, let's move on to the next part. Here comes the fun part. There's a reason why I'm standing on the field, and that's because we are really going to throw the racket out. So just now, we stopped at the 3 fingers exercise, where we stopped at the throwing action. This time around, I want you to find a place where you can literally throw the racket out. Okay, the visual image that I want you to have is to throw the racket high and far. And the second rule is you cannot be running up and throw the racket. You have to remain on the spot. Alright, you can practice a few times. And then when I'm ready, so what do you notice about throwing the racket? Now, when you are really throwing the racket high and far, naturally you'll be recruiting the knee bend in order to generate the energy for you to throw the racket high and far. If I want to throw the racket high and far, okay, my knee bend. Okay, one more time. If you do not have old rackets for you to practice throwing or do not have access to the field, it's okay. You can replace it with a tennis ball and practice it on the tennis court. Simply just practice throwing the ball high and far and memorize the feel. The next part will be over at the tennis court. Let's go. The next part is to unlock the wrist. Okay, so what you need to do is to throw the ball just over. Okay, you can see that when I throw, I want the wrist to feel relaxed. Okay, I'm not going to bring the hand down all the way. It's not this, but rather you imagine there's a piece of wood blocking you here, and you're going to release the ball with your wrist. Okay, so this exercise will help you to unlock This exercise will help you to relax the wrist. Okay. You realize that when I pull the ball back, I'm actually starting here behind the head. So when I swing, I lead with the elbow and go. Another exercise that you can do to help you to unlock the wrist is to basically hit the ball down as close to the net as possible. Okay, instead of hitting far to the fence, okay, this time around you try to hit the ball as close to the net. So in order to do that, you need to snap the racket here. Okay, you can prepare the racket here behind the head. So you think in terms of you want to snap the ball down just in front of you, and you find that the racket finishing will be on the same side. So for me, I'm a left-hander, I'll finish here on my left side. If you're a right-hander, your finish will be on the right side. So now as you combine the tips that I shared, the throwing, the unlocking of the wrist, now you try to serve from the service line, okay? Try from the service lines first before you go to the baseline. And I want you to practice what you have learned, okay? So from here, the throwing plus the unlocking of the wrist, okay? So you can see it's pretty effortless with the throwing and the unlocking of the wrist. Now after serving from a service line, now we go to the baseline and try it again. Okay, this time around, remember, keep the throwing action relaxed. Don't focus on the results first. Okay. Just work on the throw, unlocking the wrist. You can hear that even the sound is different. Okay, at this stage, it doesn't matter whether the serve goes inside the service box. Alright, so you can see with the proper throwing technique, with the wrist snap, I'm sure you can increase the serve power. Let me know in the comment section below if you find this serve video helpful to improve the power of your serve. If you like this video, do give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Unleash Your Tennis channel. That's all from me today. Until next time, happy playing. As I bring the racket up with your wrist. Okay, you can see that when I throw,